Tips and tricks number 16, piecewise function graphing. This is the example we're going to do. You can go up to 5 pieces or just have a restricted domain. So I'd like to graph this piecewise function here. So I'm going to go to y equals and clear out what's there. And I also know I have a picture on the background, so I'm going to go to second zoom, which is format. Press the up arrow twice and go to image, and go to the left until there is the background is off. With the background off, so that when I press graph, I just have I have a grid here. Whether you have a grid or not doesn't matter. If you want a grid, you can go ahead and put it in. So this is what we want to put in, piecewise function right here. Let me pull that a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go to y equals, and piecewise is under math, and up arrow twice. It's the second to the last under math, piecewise. And I can have up to 5 or as few as 1. So 3, I'm going to go with 3, arrow down to OK and press enter. Notice it looks like it would look like in a textbook, and I kept it simple so I don't have a lot of typing. So I'm going to go with 3, then it says right arrow. X is greater than 2, so I'll go with X. Now the greater than sign is under test, which is second math. And greater than, strictly greater than is number 3, 2. Again, right arrow to get to the next function, x squared. Right arrow. And so now here's where I have a couple things I can do. I'm going to type in -1. And when I go to test, second math, I could type it in, but you'll notice there's a thing called conditions, and I've got all these pre-done templates for me, and number 5 is really the equivalent of what I want. -1 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 2. So I'm just going to type a 5 here to paste in that template, and then 2. So I've got -1 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 2. Right arrow. The opposite of x, right arrow, and then x is less than -1. X, second math, again, are the inequalities. Number 5 is the strictly less than, and then -1, and enter. And unfortunately, you can't see them all, but they're there, okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and press graph. And if you have a little bit of a weird thing, sometimes on Piecewise, it's a good idea to go back to second zoom and turn the detect asymptotes back on when you do Piecewise. That is sometimes something that you would want to do, detect asymptotes on if there's an issue with it. Because it did connect it when I had it there before without it. So detect asymptotes on when you do Piecewise functions. It's a good idea. So again, hopefully you enjoyed that part too.